Hey eBay, I'm back with another week of sales. Not a bad week, not a great week. Things are still sort of slow, still not sourcing as much as I'd like to be sourcing, and still not listing as much as I'd like to be listing. So therefore, my sales are a little bit down than where they should be. But still sold 27 items this week. Looks like a total of $1,269 sold. That's gross sales, and my net after fees, taxes, shipping, everything, cost of goods, comes out to $730.17. So a little over $100 net per day, which I think is a good marker. I do this part-time, so it's not my full-time job or anything like that. I do this part-time. I've got a full-time job, and so, $100 a day net on the side is really not too bad. Let's dig in. I'm going to do the top 10 sales for the week. That's what I do every week. So if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe. Every Monday, I do a new video that talks through the previous week's sales. I just pick the top 10 sales based on net and talk through them every week. So let's jump in. Number 10 is these pair of shorts. These are Kuhl, I think is how you pronounce that, Kuhl. I've heard of this brand before, but I've never actually seen it until recently. That's the logo. Keep an eye out for that. It's a pretty good brand. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's an American brand. It sounds German. I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know why I think that, but anyway, I bought these not that long ago. It looks like 12 days after listing, they sold. Well, I paid up for them. I paid $11.20 for them, and they sold for $32.50 plus $4.99 in shipping, and so I got a total of $37.49, and I netted $14.96. So not the best return on investment, 134% ROI, but this is a good brand to watch out for. I just had to pay up for these at a thrift store. Number 9 is Melissa & Doug, this little magnetic dress-up thing. I don't even know. Melissa & Doug is a decent brand to look out for. I got this, I remember, at a thrift store. It's kind of old, 112 days ago. It was only $3.50, and it was new in the packaging, so I figured, why not? I don't even think there's a lot of comps out there, but I knew that Melissa & Doug stuff is pretty well known and pretty well liked. So I sold it for $34.98. That's $30 there. $29.99 plus $4.99 in shipping. And I ended up making a net after fees, taxes, and cost of goods and shipping of $18.98 for a 542% ROI. So a little bit better ROI there. Coming in at number 8 on the list is this Mr. Coffee Advanced Brew coffee maker. So it's brand new in the box. I've only had it up for 2 weeks. I paid $10 for it, listed it at $50 and sold at $50, and netted $19.13 for 191% ROI. I don't know, why not? $10 Mr. Coffee, $10 Mr. Coffee coffee maker, brand new in the packaging, might as well. And I remember the person sent me a message or left feedback for this one. I can't remember which, one of the two, that was like thanking me because this is the coffee maker that they use already at home, and they wanted a backup in case it breaks and they couldn't buy it in a store. So there you go. That's why people buy something like that, or one reason anyway. All right, number 7 is this Nixplay Advanced Digital Smart Photo Frame Remote Control. I really like this one. This is a great one. If you're just getting into flipping and are interested in resale, use this one as a great example. My father-in-law had one of those photo frames made by Nixplay, and it burned out on him. It just stopped working entirely. And so I went over there and tried to fix it a little bit, but it just wouldn't work. And so he bought a new one. He's like, here, you can just have this old one. The screen itself was not repairable, unfortunately, but the remote was still good, and it sold for $30. Just sort of blows my mind. That's the going rate for this. $30. And so, if you're interested in resale and want to sort of test the waters, just go around your house and look for things that you think may have value, or even things you may not think have value, and just look them up. Look them up on eBay, check active listings, check sold listings, and take a look, because you'll be surprised. And this one was surprising for me, is this basically was going in the trash, and I pulled the remote out of it and sold it for $30. What did I make on it? $20, $20.86. I gave it $1 cost of goods, but really I didn't pay anything for it. All right, number 6 is this. Oh yeah, if y'all remember this, I'm in my early 40s, and so this is right in, I was probably 10 to 11, 12 years old when this thing came out. I didn't have a kid sister. I don't know if I ever had what was it? Kid Buddy kid brother. I don't know. There was the boy version of this. I don't know if I had it or wanted it, but definitely remember this thing from my childhood. I bought it at a flea market, I think. It was kind of dirty. You see that? But it, I disclosed that it was non-smoking, no weird smells, feet and clothing show some dirt for $40, free shipping. I think I got this? Almost a year ago. I believe it was at a flea market. Let me take a look. Yep, a flea market. I paid $5 and it sold for $40, and I made a net of $22.67 for the 6th best flip of the week. All right, number 5, this vintage JanSport backpack. I always keep an eye out for JanSport backpacks, especially the older ones. They're made in USA, and sometimes like the ones that do really well they have like the leather bottom. I had one when I was in high school, and they sell really well. This one's not a leather bottom though; it's like a rubber bottom. I'd never seen this one before. I also got it at the same flea market, but a different time, 47 days ago. Paid $5 for it, and it sold for $50, and I made a net of $30.28. So keep an eye out for JanSport backpacks. The vintage ones in particular do really well. And just a quick and easy flip. Most people don't know that this thing's going to have value, and they do. Turns out they do. All right, number 4 is this Kohler bath drain trim. So if you've been watching these videos before, you know that Kohler is the gift that keeps on giving for me. Bought a pallet of Kohler, looks like 201 days ago, roughly, with just a ton of stuff on it, and it's just been crazy for me. I've made thousands and thousands of dollars off of this. I guess I'll check really quick just to see how much I've made off of it. Let's see. Yeah, $5,818 net, and I ended up paying, for a pallet, I paid $764. So it's just the gift that keeps on giving here, this Kohler stuff. This sold for $50, and free shipping, and I ended up netting $34.32. I think I have about 35 items, these Kohler items left, so they still keep trickling out. Not bad. All right, number 3 is this Vitamix. Probably the first Vitamix blender I've found out in the wild and purchased to resell. I got this at a garage sale. It was $40. It only took 3 days to sell, but at $40, it was a little risky. The guy at the garage sale said it had never been used, which I inspected it while I was at the garage sale, and it definitely had been used. I don't know why people do that. I don't know if you all experience that at garage sales in particular. People say, oh yeah, it's brand new, never been opened, never been used. And you open it, it's like clearly it's been at least opened and usually been used as well. So I don't know. I just don't understand it. Either way, I opened it, looked at it. It had been used. I plugged it in at the garage sale and it fired up and seemed okay. At $40, I ended up selling it for $159.98. So you see $149 there, but that's plus $9.99 in shipping. So my total revenue from it was $159.98, and then I have to pay to ship it, of course. I ended up netting $86.57, and it wasn't in perfect condition either. I noted here in the condition, the high speed worked really great, but the variable speed, like this little guy right there, where it's you turn lower speed all the way up to high speed, it was sort of sluggish. It worked, but it was like took it a second to get there. So I disclosed that, and it sold in 3 days and made some pretty good money on it. So that ended up being a pretty good flip. All right, number 2, what do we have here? Oh yeah, this is a cool one. This only took 2 days to sell. I got this at a flea market. It's a ceiling fan from 1996. So this is a Disney Mickey, like Hollywood. You see the little film strip stuff there. Ceiling fan, and I paid $20 at a flea market, and it was new in the packaging, as you can see. And the comps, like there were 2 comps. One was like there was no sold comps, but there was 2 active comps. So one was listed at like $350. The other one was listed at like $600, and none sold. So I was sort of going back and forth. I'm like, should I buy this? Is it worth it? I don't know. There's no proof that it's actually sold. I don't know. I ended up buying it. It was only $20. And so I bought it and listed it, and 3 days later it sold. And I priced it, below the competition. I priced it at $200 with free shipping. And so it was about $100 cheaper than the other one. And somebody snatched it up pretty quickly, and I made $115.07 off of that. So that's a pretty good flip. All right, the last one here for the week, the best flip of the week, is this Canon PowerShot SX620HS. So this is a funny story. This is like one of the weirdest flips I've had in a while. Every week we drop our kids off at piano practice, and there's a thrift store nearby. So we go there to the same thrift store at the same time, at the same day every week, and we've been doing it for like 2 years. And so I know this thrift store extremely well, and I know the people there, and the prices are all over the place. Sometimes they're very expensive. Sometimes they charge, a lot of money for something they shouldn't. Sometimes they charge no money. It's just all over the place. And I almost always pass on these cameras, these like small digital point and shoot cameras, because they're just not valuable, at least in my experience. They're worth like $20-25 usually. And so I picked this one up. It was like not duct tape, but it was like taped together with the battery charger and the battery pack. And so it was only $4. And so I didn't even look it up. I was like, well, at $4, the charger itself is probably worth, $15. And so I might as well get it. And actually, my wife actually found it, so I should give her credit for that. I did not pick it up. She found it. So anyway, I get it home and I look it up, and it's like new. This camera is $500, and it's a relatively new camera. I was just blown away. One, I didn't even know that they make point and shoot cameras at that price point anymore. And two, who's donating this? Who's just sending this off to a thrift store? And I was just really, really blown away. And so I paid $4 for this, and it sold for $259.98. Again, that's $249 plus $10 in shipping there. And I netted $213.70 for the best flip of this week, and it sold in one day. And again, just blew my mind on all fronts. And so, but hey, I'll take it. Spending $4 to get a $259 camera sold is pretty wild. Anyway, that's it. 27 sales for the week, 1,269 gross sales for the week, and a net of $730.17 for the week, and an average ROI of 884%. That's it. I'll be back next week for another video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.